it was a house right there. Everybody like us. People don't even, little kids this big. What's up, Moody? Oh, they know Moody. They say Moody, they're gonna say rope, or they're gonna say somebody hog gun. That's what we're known for, roping and hog gun. Hogs they're taking over the world. So many in the woods and stuff. Mess up millions and millions of dollars of crops every year. We have fun though. It's not all just hard work every day, miserable. Kind of live every day like it's a vacation. It's fun and business, all of them come compact. I really don't like being told what to do or pushed around or having to be here on this person's time. Or I want to be out there roping. That's what I love. That's what I want to do. Well, it's a hard back when I was 20, 21, it was rope and rodeo. From Friday to Sunday, I was winning so much money, you just keep going. Living on your own time, do what you want to do when you want to do. That's my goal at the end of the chapter. My best friend, my partner, my brother, I've never been away from him. 31 years, I've never been more than a couple days away from him, ever. I've never been away from him. Always have lived together. We was together in the mama's belly for 9 months. I wouldn't see myself living life without him. If something happened to him, he died, I'd probably be a goner too. I don't see me living without him.
If I were to describe myself, I would describe myself as a dreamer. As a kid, because I was shy, dreaming gave me strength. A black boy in South Carolina in the 50s. You know, my parents wanted to see a doctor, a lawyer. Then I announced that I want to be an opera singer. And they're like, what the hell is that? What black person had gone out and sang in French and German, Italian, even English? Nothing was going to keep me from being the fullness of who I was. I left New York having been celebrated on Broadway in Porgy and Bess, the recording with a Grammy and a Tony, lots of appearances, lots of tours after that.
Being an African-American male, Alexander encountered difficulties in just being able to find roles and opportunities to perform.
The fact that opera was so close to African-American men is probably why I am a chef restaurateur today. You know, my mother was a salt and pepper cook. I loved cooking with her. I loved the art form of cooking.
The Cecil was named Esquire's Best New Restaurant of 2014.
When you have an extraordinary meal, you are like the maestro of an extraordinary evening.
Alexander had a restaurant called Cafe Beulah in Manhattan, and I would dine there with my wife probably twice a month. Everybody would always rave about the food.
My dream was to be an opera singer, but I also learned a lot about myself. You know, my goal was to be free and whole. My goal was to be accomplished for something I could believe in and that belonged to me. I'm here because I dream. I am a full-time dreamer.
The thing that made me want to become a physician, and it was at the age when I was 7, is that when I witnessed my grandfather die in the hospital was cold, it was dark, and the people were not upbeat. And I said at that point I was going to be different. I wanted to make sure that if I interacted with people, there was going to be some way that we could uplift them. I'm the EMS medical director here at Edward Hospital. I'm in charge of all the paramedics out here, and I do a lot of things. I wear a lot of hats. I'm an emergency physician and a pretty cool punk rock guy. The band does fulfill a great need that I think has to occur when you're in a very public profession like emergency medicine, or even if you're a police officer, firefighter, you know, those kind of things. You gotta have some outlet. Everybody has an outlet. You know, I happen to play in a punk rock band and jump around on stage and fling myself all over the place, hurt myself occasionally.
Daryl has said I am an incredibly thoughtful wife. The band was very popular in Chicago. They toured. People knew him on the streets. And then there's this resurgence now, and his band has kind of come back full force. We are a family now. We have created children. We are a family unit. Now it used to be a hobby. Now I feel like it's a mistress.
But there's a virtue to being selfish. I'm talking about knowing self. That's selfishness. I'm a selfish prick. But I think it's good and healthy to be somewhat selfish.
You have to be a full human being, and to limit yourself, I think, is ridiculous. So I've never limit myself to say I can't do something. Anybody that gives me any limitation or anything that says I can't do it, I'm going to prove them wrong. And that's the point. Because I define me. Nobody else defines me.